Okay, welcome to your Thursday morning yoga practice. So we'll go ahead and just give ourselves just some time, some quiet time to let yourself catch up with your body and catch up with your breath and allow yourself to really just arrive in the moment. So just notice where your energy is, where is your focus, thinking about what you have to do later or what you did earlier this morning. Notice where you are. Notice where your energy is spread out. And just simply, gently, just start to call it back to you. You can even picture it. Picture your focus or your energy as a white light or a golden light, whatever works for you. And then just imagining it, leaving all the different scenarios, all the different things you're thinking about, all the different places you have your energy, coming back into your body, back into your mind. And then we'll go ahead and just use the breath to help us really just grow heavy in the body and heavy in this moment. So we'll take a few deep breaths to start. Go ahead and just breathe in deep into the stomach. Press the stomach out as you inhale. Hold at the top. Exhale, let it all go. Let yourself soften and just relax a little bit deeper onto the chair. And then once again, breathing in, inhale. Fill up to the very top. Exhale, let it go. And once more like this, inhale, fill up. Exhale, let it all go. Great. Now to further help you just drop into this present moment, just go ahead and take a moment to realize the moment, what's happening now, where you are, who you are, and then just start to observe. Maybe you're feeling and hearing the same things you do each week as you start your practice. If so, just notice that and acknowledge. Maybe there are things that are different. Maybe the atmosphere is a little more quiet where you are today, and that can be nice for practice. Maybe there's some disruptive things going on outside or in the next room. Don't label it as good or bad. Just notice it, acknowledge that it's there, and then move away from it. Feeling the chair beneath your hips. Feeling maybe the floor underneath your feet or your socks or your shoes. Feeling the chair against the spine. Feeling the clothing on the skin. How does it feel today? The hair against the face and the neck. Just observing everything you can feel in your body, the temperature of the room. What do you smell or taste? And notice those sounds. Notice sounds from outside, maybe outside the window or down the hall, the next room. Maybe in the floor above you or beneath you. Notice the sounds in the room that you're in. Notice the sounds of your breath. Again, not labeling anything good or bad, just acknowledging, moving on. Just allowing yourself to be here. When we focus on the past, sometimes that can lead to discouragement or sadness. If we focus on the future, sometimes that can lead to nervousness or anxiety. So just bringing yourself to right now, that's what matters at the moment, is just this moment. So just observing it for all that it is. And then going a little bit deeper into your body. Notice how the muscles are feeling, the bones. What are you feeling beneath the surface? Notice any areas that might be a little stiff or tight. Notice areas that feel soft and relaxed. Notice where you might need to send a little extra breath or a little extra love today. And then let's go ahead and take a few more deep breaths. We'll take 3 more again, nice and deep, breathing into the stomach. Inhale, fill up. Hold it. Exhale, let it all go. And again, inhale. Hold it. Exhale. Once more, inhale, breathe in. Exhale, let go, and just let everything soften. Soften as you do. Grow heavy on the chair as you let it all go. Great. And then maybe just setting an intention for your practice. Just reminding yourself why you're here, dedicating your practice to a certain purpose, or maybe even a certain person. Maybe there's a certain way you'd like to feel as you leave your practice today. So set the intention. Imagine placing it deep inside of you. And then just let it go and let it come to you naturally in its own way. Don't have to feel like you're striving for it throughout your practice. Just keep it in the back of your mind and allow it to happen, allow it to come. When you're ready, we'll start our warm-up. We'll inhale, grow the spine tall. Exhale, drop the chin to the chest. Inhale, ear over shoulder. Exhale, down through center. Inhale up to the opposite side. Match your breath. Keep it slow, keep it smooth. Inhale is up, exhale is down. The head is heavy. The shoulders are still. Just easing yourself into your practice gently with nice small movements. Starting to wake up the muscles. By adding in some movement, maybe you notice some new tight spots or spots that maybe you're used to being tight but aren't today. Without judgment, observe and then continue on. Pausing anytime you like. If you find somewhere you're really tight, take a few deep breaths. Let's just really focus again today on keeping the breath slow, so your movement is slow to match. Slow and deep. Just starting to release the tension of the morning, waking up those muscles. Great. Several more breaths like this. Just enjoy these last few moments here. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Great. Nice and gentle. Take your time getting there. We'll come to chin to chest, holding here. So try to make sure the shoulders aren't rounding forward. You're still having your shoulders right over your hips, spine is straight. Hands are relaxed. And then we'll inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, hold. Let's just go ahead and start with our seated cat-cow, just to gently warm up the spine. Inhale, bringing the heart forward. Exhale, bringing the shoulders forward. Good, so you're arching your back forward on the inhale, rounding your back on the exhale. Great. Match your breath. Nice and slow, nice and gentle. If you're feeling tightness in your shoulders, your chest, wherever, you can hold, take a few deep breaths, and then continue. Just pay attention to what your body needs today. Maybe you are in tune with your body and you know what you usually like to take from your yoga practice, but keep an open mind. Approach the movements as if you've never done them before. Your body may react to things differently on any given day. So just notice as you go through, and then switch to circles, inhaling front, Exhaling back, circling the spine. Great. So still just warming up the spine, getting into the shoulders. And I always just love the way this feels on the hips. It's a really nice release. So maybe you feel it somewhere different mainly. Just notice where it feels good and keep your attention there. If anything feels sore or stiff, just be gentle. Maybe send a little extra breath and attention there. Switch direction when you're ready. Still inhaling front and exhaling back. Nice and slow and gentle. Great. Just a few more. Just enjoy the movement, get into a flow with it. When you get to your next inhale, just grow up tall. Exhale, drop the hands to the sides. Inhale, hands sweep up overhead. You can hold the palms together if that's comfortable for you. Maybe lace the fingers together. Shoulders are still pressing down away from the ears. Elbows are hugging in. Inhale, grow up tall. Exhale, we'll go over to one side, any side you want, it doesn't matter. We'll go one side and then the other. And inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. And inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Inhale, center. Exhale, just drawing the fingers back behind you, opening the chest, maybe lifting the gaze, tiny little back bend here. Inhale, tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. Great. And then just go ahead and circle out the shoulders. We'll circle them to the back. And then circle to the front, up and around. Just releasing. Great. And then let's do the same thing with the wrists. Just circle out the wrists. Little circles with the hands, nice and gentle. Great. And then reversing. Great. And then maybe even just kind of spreading the fingers wide, wiggling the fingers. Any organic movement here that feels good. Squeezing, releasing. Just stretching out some of our smaller muscles today. And then we'll do the same thing with the feet. So just circling the ankles. You can do one foot at a time if that feels better to you. And reversing the circle. Great. And then let's do a flex and point with the feet. So just pulling the toes back and then pointing them down. Great. And again, you can spread the toes, squeeze the toes, just kind of wiggle them around, stretch them out a little bit. Great. Our toes do a lot of work for us every day, so it's good to just give them a little attention from time to time. All right, let's come into our forward fold next. Continuing with our warm-up, we'll inhale, come up tall with the spine. Exhale, coming forward, so tipping the hips down, bringing the stomach towards the legs, and then rounding down from there. Anyone with low back problems, just keep your spine straight. Otherwise, you can round down into it as if that feels comfortable for you. Release the head if that feels safe. You can keep it supported if you need to. If you get dizzy easily or if you have a runny nose, you might want to keep your head up. If you have tight shoulders, it is beneficial to just really drop. Great. Anything you're carrying around in your body, any tension, any stress, you can imagine just dropping it on the floor right here in your forward fold. Every exhale, imagine it just leaving you, just dropping it on the floor. We'll take a few breaths here. Just nice slow breaths. Great. Notice where your mind goes as things get quiet. Use your breath to bring yourself back. And just keep your attention on your breathing, nice deep breathing. And on your stretch, just noticing how it feels. Maybe at some point you need to come up for a break. Maybe as you hold and it starts to feel more comfortable, you can ease down a little bit. Just pay attention to your body and what it's asking for. Just a couple more breaths here. Allow everything to be soft. Even if you're supporting yourself on your elbows or on your hands, try to make sure you're not tensing up your shoulders. Keep everything nice and relaxed. We'll take one more big breath in. Exhale, let's rise up. Come to a seated position. Great. Okay, let's come into a pigeon next. So right leg on top, you can cross your ankles or you can cross the ankle on top of the knee, whichever version you like. We're stretching out the hips now. So forward fold here, same idea. Lift, inhale, exhale, fold, bring the hips forward, stomach comes towards the legs, folding from there. Great. Deep breath. This should feel like a pretty big stretch, so just be nice and gentle. Really use your breath here. Remember, if you're having a hard time keeping your breath slow, that might mean you're pushing yourself a little too hard. So come up to a point where you can really use the breath to help you to soften. And then maybe once you're comfortable there, you can start to work your way back down again. Again, it will change from week to week and day to day. So pay attention to what's happening inside of you. Breathe here. Lots of stress could be stored in the hips without us even realizing it. So just take a few moments each week to put it down. Let it go. A few more deep breaths. Just holding and breathing. Keeping the mind focused. Maybe thinking the words inhale and exhale as you inhale and exhale to give your mind something to do without bringing other energies into your practice. Just keep it neutral. Maybe counting your breaths, breathing in 1, breathing out 1, breathing in 2, breathing out 2. Whatever you need to do to just keep yourself here, just finding something that works for you. We'll take one more big inhale. Exhale, start to rise up. And we're going to take a twist from here. So if you need to adjust your leg placement, you can just cross your ankles. Otherwise, we'll keep our pigeon. We're going to inhale tall. Exhale, the left hand will reach across for the right knee. Right hand can rest behind or wrap behind your back. Chin goes over the right shoulder. Great. So you're just reaching across the body, looking to the back, twisting through the spine. Great. You can hold on to the chair with that right hand, wringing the tension out from the spine. Hold it here. Breathing, maybe finding a focal point over your shoulder, or maybe closing the eyes and focusing inward. One more big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Great. We'll go ahead and drop that leg and just do a little windshield wiper with the knees. You can wiggle side to side or just let them fall in towards each other for a second. Whatever feels good to kind of reverse that stretch. And then we'll go to pigeon on the other leg. So left leg, you can cross the ankles or put the ankle on the knee. Sitting up nice and tall. Great. So you can almost think about scooting the tailbone back behind you before you go into your forward folds, just to help you get a good start. And then inhale tall. Exhale, melt over that bent leg. Good. Holding here. Breathing. Maybe the side feels a little different from the other side, so just notice. Allowing the shoulders to stay soft here. focusing the mind, using whatever tool, mantra works for you. Just continuing to fully be in this moment. This is the moment that matters right now. So just experience it completely. Remember, if the stretch is feeling so intense that it's a little bit hard to take deep breaths, just come up a little bit and then deepen the breath, and maybe you can work your way back down again. Couple more breaths like this. Great. We'll take one more inhale. Exhale, start to rise up. Great. We're going to come into a twist from here. So let's go ahead and take the right hand across to the left knee. Left hand can hold onto the chair, wrap behind your back, or just rest down beside you. Your gaze will go over your left shoulder. So you're just twisting through the spine. Again, maybe finding a focal point. Maybe you have something pretty behind you to look at. Or maybe you prefer to just close your eyes. Maybe you even just stare at one spot on the wall. Whatever helps you to stay present and peaceful. We'll take one more big breath in. Exhale, unwinds, let it go. Great, we'll release the leg and go ahead and just rock it out side to side. Let the knees fall in towards each other, whatever you need to do here. Great. All right, let's do a few chair pose, some breaths with chair pose. So we're going to be rising up and down from the chair as we do our sun breath. So just make sure, especially if you're in a chair with wheels, that your chair stays where you think it is when you go to sit back down. And then if this is too much for your knees or just too much in general, you can just do sun breaths either on your feet or sitting down. But otherwise, we'll go ahead and inhale, stand as you lift the arms. And then exhale, coming down slow and controlled, maybe hovering for a moment before you rest back down in the chair, testing your strength. And then we'll do this just several times, so match your breath, go at your own speed. Keeping the breath deep. Great. A few more times like this. Great. Keep going. Feeling yourself grounding down as you stand, softening as you sit. Complete one more round wherever you are, and then we'll end standing. We'll come to mountain pose. Great. So just go ahead and bring the hands open down by your sides. Feel your feet on the floor. Spread out the toes and just feel that grounding coming from the earth, allowing yourself to stand strong. Spine is tall, shoulders are soft, chest is soft, breath is deep. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. Really expand the stomach as you inhale. Exhale, soften. Again, inhale. And exhale. Once more. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. Great. Let's come into a hamstring stretch. So we're going to have the leg up on some part of the chair. So if you're working with a chair that doesn't have beams on the bottom as a lower level, you can always just do like a heel dig and rest the toe on the leg of the chair. We're just going to be folding forward from this position. So you can do this, you can do like a heel dig in the front, or you can, if you have a beam going across the bottom, or if you can get your foot up onto the seat of the chair, that's an option too. So just find what works for you here. And then square off the hips. So it's easy to kind of throw this hip forward as you lift your leg. So just pull it back so you're facing your toe directly. And when you're ready, we're just going to fold forward. So we'll inhale tall with the spine, same as when we were sitting. Exhale, bring the hips forward. The stomach comes towards the leg first, and then you can start to round down. Great. Nice big hamstring stretch here. So if your hamstring's really tight, you might allow for a little bend in this knee, and then just gently as you hold, see if you can get it a little straighter, a little straighter, a little straighter. But if you don't, that's okay. Just follow what feels good. We're trying to release tension, not cause any new tension. So just listen to the cues your body's giving you. And just breathe. Maybe you're able to drop the head. If your hands are on the chair, you can always come to fists if it's a lot for your wrists to be putting pressure on your hands, or maybe holding on to the sides of the chair. Great. We'll take one more big breath in. Exhale slowly and carefully. We'll start to rise up and release that leg. You can pedal through the feet, lifting one heel at a time. And then we'll do the same thing on the other leg. So especially with these kinds of stretches, I think it's even more common to have one side that's tighter than the other. So if you're not on the same level on the side, I wouldn't worry about it. Just keep an open mind and just keep that in mind. So square off the hips wherever you are, and then take your time finding where you want your leg to be. You can catch up to us when you're ready. Inhale tall, exhale melting over. Great. Holding here. And just noticing what's different on this side, if anything. And just allow the tension to soften and release. Letting it go. So a really big stretch for the back of that leg that's on the chair. Maybe feeling a stretch around the shoulders and the back as well. Behind the knee maybe a little bit. Breathing deep. We'll take one more big breath in. Exhale, start to come on up. Nice and slow and careful, and dropping the leg. Great, pedal through the feet. We're gonna rest in a forward fold, standing forward fold. So you can, when you get there, you can put your hands on the chair, hands on your legs, reach for the floor, whatever feels best to you. But just taking the feet about hip distance apart. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, come to your forward fold. Again, maybe you use the chair, hold on to your legs, reach for the floor, whatever feels best. Even if you don't touch the floor, you can always still just rest down towards the floor, just as long as, again, you don't have any back problems. If you have any low back problems, just keep your spine really flat. So breathing here. If you feel safe, go ahead and just let the head relax to really get into the shoulders. Maybe shake the head no, and nod the head yes. Breathing. Great. This feels so nice today. Hopefully it's feeling really nice for you too. Releasing tension in the entire back of the body, back of the legs, the spine, the shoulders. Just breathe into it. Just enjoy it. If it's not enjoyable, maybe back up out of it a little bit so you find a spot that's a little more comfortable. If you have a little bend in your knees, that's fine. If you're feeling tight, a few more breaths here. Great. Let's take one more big breath in. Exhale, we'll bend the knees and come to stand. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Great. We'll take the feet wide. So they don't have to be super wide, maybe just as wide as your hips or a little bit wider. We're just going to do a wide leg forward fold. So you can use the chair again, hold on to your legs or reach for the floor. It might be a little trickier to balance in this position, so maybe have the chair where you would be able to reach it if you needed it. So we'll go ahead and inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, forward fold, coming down. Hands on the chair, ankles on the floor, or reaching for the floor, whatever you find comfortable in your practice today. Toes are pointing forward towards the chair and just breathing deep. Noticing if anything feels different in a wide leg forward fold than it does in just our usual forward fold. And if you want to, you can add in a little bit of movement, maybe just rocking the hips side to side. That's a good way to stretch out the inner thighs. That feels really nice. Just be really gentle if you're exploring new movements. A couple more breaths here. Now you can stay right as you are in your fold, or we'll add in a twist. I'm just going to move my hands onto the chair for the twist. You can do that if you want to. We're just going to have the right hand down. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. Hold and breathe here. Bring the gaze up towards the ceiling if that's comfortable for you. Twisting the body, great. Big breath in, reach. Exhale, back down to the chair. Other side, inhale, right arm lifts up. Gaze follows as long as that's comfortable. Hold and breathe. Great. One more big breath in, reach. Exhale, back down to the chair. Let's do one more time each direction, just one breath. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Great. Let's just step the feet together. Bend the knees. Inhale, sweep the hands up, standing. Exhale, hands to the heart. Great. Holding here. Just take a quiet moment. The quiet moments in between movements are just as important as the movements. Just catch up with yourself. Find your breath. Notice your mind. Bring yourself back. And then we'll drop the hands. Let's go to a table position. So inhale, hands sweep up. Exhale, hands to the chair right underneath the shoulders. Well, a few rounds of cat-cow here. So inhale, lift the chin, lift the heart. Exhale, rounding down. Spreading out the fingers, pressing into the pointer and the thumb to make sure you're not dumping all the weight into your wrists. And just match your breath here. And then in your cat-cow, you can just go ahead and add in some organic movements if you just want to kind of wiggle side to side. You're going to stretch through your hips or your shoulders, side of the body. Maybe you circle the hips or shoulders a little bit, coming around. Great. Just see what feels good to you here, or just continue with your regular cat-cow, or maybe find stillness. Great. All right, let's come into some warrior poses. So we'll go ahead and step the left foot to the back. It's going to be on an angle, so the toes are pointing out a little bit. The front leg is bent. The back leg is stretched. We're coming into warrior one. So remember, this knee just needs to stay over the toe. It's not pushing over, it's straight up. When you're ready, you can stay here or inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Hold it here. Great. Warrior one. Gazing straight ahead, nice and strong, really activating the legs. Breathe. And we'll switch into warrior two when you're ready. Inhale, hands sweep up. Exhale, open the shoulders, the back toes, turn all the way to the side now. The arms are open. So right arm reaches forward, left arm reaches back. Gazing over the front fingers, nice and strong. If this is a lot for your shoulders, you can always go to heart center or hands on the hips, whatever works for you. Great, one more breath in. Then we're gonna go back to warrior one. So we'll inhale, sweep up, turn the toes back to the on an angle. Exhale, hands to the heart. So now we're facing the chair again. Great. Hold it here, nice and strong. Drop the hands. Inhale, we're gonna reach way up, open the chest, up to the ceiling, open the heart. Exhale, sweep the hands back down to the chair. And then go ahead and bring that left foot in, table pose. Great. Take a rest, pedal through your feet if you like. Take a moment here. And then same thing, other side. So the left leg will bend and stay in the front. Right leg goes to the back. The toes are pointing on an angle off to the side. This front leg is really strong, knee right over the ankle. Stay here or inhale, warrior one, hand sweep up. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Holding here. Great. So maybe finding a focal point in front of you, something to help keep you here, something to help keep you inspired. Couple more breaths, nice and strong, warrior one. Feel the strength of the pose. Inhale, hand sweep up. Exhale, open, warrior two. So your left arm is reaching towards the chair. Right arm is reaching back. The toes are pointing forward. Now they're completely open to the side. Hold it here near warrior two. Great. Nice and strong. Gaze will be over your front fingers. You can always pick a different hand placement if you like. One more breath. Exhale. And then inhale, sweep back, warrior one. Face the chair, turn the toes back. Good. Exhale, fold down back to your table. Step the feet in together. Good. Go ahead and pedal through the feet, lifting one heel at a time. Do what feels good here. Just relax from that. Good. Okay. We'll repeat that, but we're just going to add on a little bit. So we'll just move a little quicker. So we'll go ahead back to warrior one. Left leg steps back, toes on an angle. And then when you're ready, inhale, hands sweep up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, warrior two, open. Great. Dancing warrior, inhale, stretch the knees, lift the arms. Exhale, back to warrior two. Good, match your breath. Inhale is to come up. Exhale is to go back to warrior two. Great, once more, inhale up. Now we're gonna come to triangle, so the legs stay straight, arms come open. We're gonna tip towards the chair, so you can rest this hand, right hand on the chair, left arm reaches up, or you can reach for your leg if you have a little more room to go. So it's up to you, whatever feels most comfortable. Thinking about pulling the hips away from the head, so really stretching the spine. Great. Breathing in as you rise up. Breathing out, warrior two. Breathing in, warrior one. Breathing out, back to your lunge, and step that foot in. Good. Shake it out. And then we'll repeat the same thing on the other side. So right leg steps to the back, We're coming to warrior one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, warrior two. Left arm is forward. Inhale, stretch the knees, lift the arms. Dancing warrior. Exhale, down. Match your breath. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Last one. Inhale, hold up. Exhale. As you come to your triangle, legs stay straight, just tipping forward, reaching up with the right hands. Really lengthening the spine. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, lunge. And step back to your table. Great. Shake out the legs. And we'll stand. Bend the knees. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Great. Take a moment here. Go inward. Maybe close the eyes. Just find yourself in this moment. Breathing. Maybe feel your heartbeat and just connect with yourself for a moment before moving on. One more big breath here. Exhale, let go. Great. Let's come into mountain pose. We'll do some balancing in tree pose. So go ahead and find your alignment. Have the chair somewhere where you'll be able to use it for balance. Maybe you like to stand behind it or next to it. Whatever works for you is fine. So take your time finding mountain pose. So go ahead and just think about what that means, mountain pose. Imagine you're just rising up out of the earth, strong, with a firm foundation. Spread out the toes, press them into the ground. Pull the top of the head up towards the ceiling, really creating space in the spine. The shoulders slide down. The heart opens. Great. Allow yourself a few moments to just feel strong in your mountain pose. And as we start to move into tree pose, I do invite you to maybe just do a kickstand today, if that's all you're up for. We did a lot of moving around during our practice today, more than we have done in a little bit. So maybe you're feeling tired, not up for a balance. That's totally fine. Don't rule out the possibility of just keeping both feet on the floor for today. Otherwise, you can start to work your way up. Maybe try toe on the ankle, below or above the knee. Try not to put your foot on your knee and put pressure there. Anywhere above or below is fine. And then finding a hand position that you like. Maybe trying something new today, or sticking with what you usually like. Maybe if you are doing a kickstand, you take the opportunity to add some movement to the arms. Even if you're holding onto a chair with one arm, you can always add movement to the other if you want to. Just do what seems to come natural to you here. If you are trying a balance and you fall out of it, remember not to just spring back up. Find your mountain again. Find your alignment. Feel the toes on the ground, and then slowly start to work your way up from there. Great. One more big breath in. And exhale. Let it go. Good. All right. Relax the feet. And then if you want to move around to the other side of your chair, depending on your situation, you can. We're just going to do the same thing on the other leg. Once again, keep an open mind. Both sides might not be equal, so just see how you're feeling today. Relax the toes. Press them down into the ground. Find your mountain. Find your alignment. Extend the spine. Slowly, when you're ready, make your way to your tree pose. Again, maybe you just want to stay here today. That is okay. Keep your mind open to the possibility And maybe you're still up for the challenge. That's great too. Just see what happens naturally for you today. Follow what feels good here. Picking a hand placement, maybe adding some movements. Using a focal point if that's something that helps you when you're balancing. Great. If you just caught a good balance, you want to see how long you can hold it, feel free to. If you just fell out, you want to try again, feel free to. Otherwise, come on down and relax the feet. Pedal through. Great. All right, and then once you're ready, we'll start to make our way back down into the chair. Have a seat. Get comfortable. Good. Okay, so just take a few deep breaths here. We're starting to slow things down, getting ready for our meditation time after our physical practice. So just let the effects of all the poses, the stretches, the movements, all the breath work, all the meditation we've done so far, just let the effects sink in here. Just find a position, hold in stillness for just a moment, and just allow yourself this time to just take it all in. Imagine like that's absorbing into the muscles and just allowing yourself to benefit from your practice today. Thanking yourself for taking the time to do this very kind thing for your mind and your body. When we recharge ourselves, we have the energy and resources we need to be able to help others and continue to take care of ourselves. Just taking a moment here. Let your heart feel happy. Maybe even allow yourself a little smile to yourself. Great. And we're going to wrap up the physical aspect of our practice as we started it with a series of neck rolls. So when you're ready, start to inhale, lengthening through the spine, growing up tall. Exhale, drop the head, let it melt down. Inhale, ear over shoulder. Exhale, down through center. Inhale up to the other side. Great. Maybe it feels different at the end of class than it did at the beginning. You might find you're looser at the end of class. You might find that some tension built up as you were focusing on the movements. Either way, just take the time to notice and relax any buildup that's happening around the neck and the shoulders before we get into meditation. Allow yourself these few quiet moments here at the end of your practice. Just allowing the mind to start to still, allowing yourself to transition into a more meditative state. Remembering to customize your neck rolls any way you like, pausing at any time, doing a few full circles, or doing exclusively full circles. You can do whatever feels good here, whatever your body's asking for. Now is the time to allow it. Great. Nice and slow with the breath, allowing the movement to match. Nice and slow and deep. Just taking the time to release any leftover tension or any tension that's built up. Noticing where your mind goes when things get quiet. Bring yourself back to this moment, observing, feeling the chair underneath you, feeling the clothing on the skin, feeling the breath inside of you. taking in the sounds around you. Allowing yourself to find stillness when you're ready. If you are still in a flow with the neck rolls, just continue for as long as you like. Otherwise, come to stillness and allow yourself to drape over the chair, letting the body become heavy. Any last fidgeting that needs to be done with the clothing or the hair, go ahead and take care of it so that maybe you're able to completely hold still throughout your meditation and be completely comfortable. Finding a comfortable spot for the hands where they won't be gripping onto anything. Finding a comfortable spot for the feet where they can really rest. We'll take 3 deep breaths here. Imagine pressing the stomach out, expanding the ribs, expanding the chest, holding, and then exhale, release the stomach, the ribs, and the chest. Once again, inhale, hold, exhale, inhale, hold, and exhale. Great. Closing your eyes if you haven't already, as long as that's comfortable for you. We're going to bring our focus inward. If it's not comfortable to close your eyes, maybe just bring the gaze down to help the eyelids to soften and relax. Scanning through the body today and just becoming completely aware of each part of the body as it's named, not overthinking the exercise, just simply moving your awareness from place to place, not worrying about what you find there or what you don't find there. Just noticing. Starting with the toes on the right foot, bottom of the right foot, top of the right foot, the heel and the ankle, and the entire right foot, the right shin and calf, the right knee, the right thigh, the right hip, the entire right leg, the toes on the left foot, bottom of the left foot, top of the left foot, the heel and the ankle, the shin and the calf, the left knee, the left thigh, and the left hip, the entire left leg, the lower stomach, the waist, tailbone and the lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulder blades, between the shoulder blades, the ribs, the chest, the heart, tops of the shoulders, sides of the shoulders, the upper right arm, the right elbow, lower arm, the right wrist, palm of the right hand, back of the right hand, the fingers on the right hand, the entire right arm, the upper left arm, left elbow, lower arm, wrist, palm of the left hand, back of the left hand, the left fingers, the entire left arm, back of the neck, both sides of the neck, throat, the jaw, both ears, the back of the head, the tongue and the lips, both cheeks, the nose, the eyelids, the eyebrows, and the forehead. Bringing your attention to the entire right side of the body, the entire left side of the body, the entire front of the body, and the entire back of the body. The top half of the body and the bottom half of the body. The entire body, all together, completely soft, completely heavy, completely relaxed, draped over the chair, in complete peace. Now just gently, without expectation, pulling your intention back into your mind for a moment. Just see it. Imagine it maybe as an object, holding it in your hands. And once again, just let it go. Just keeping this feeling of complete peace. We're going to rest quietly for about a minute in meditation, and I'll bring you back into the room when it's time. Very gently start to invite movement back into the body, starting with the toes and fingers, hands and feet, and just let it spread in a way that feels natural and comfortable, maybe stretching the arms, the legs, wiggling. Gently, slowly opening the eyes. And just coming to a seat in the center of your chair, sitting up nice and tall. We'll take one final sun breath together, dropping the hands. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me.